Welcome to TradeTheNBI.com. This is John. This report is for the 6th of January. Another reasonably eventful and volatile day in the market. After our big decline, we saw a resurgence of short-term buyers along with the green crossing red. That tends to be soft, and that's exactly what we kind of saw from it. We went down a little bit, and then later in the midday, we caught a big sell that took us all the way back down to the ABM, notice the magenta level right here, before catching a buy and returning back up. NQ, likewise, a little bit weaker because you can see the green has not crossed over, but strong move of orange down, steel up, as well as shorts taking their leave, so to speak. The euro continues to climb off of that massive U.S. stimulus. And of course, that means gold as well is also benefiting from the same situation. So intraday, this is what it looked like. So it's kind of a busy looking intraday chart when we look at it here. We started off rising pretty decent. Then we had this mumbo jumbo in after hours as we then decayed a little bit, producing what I look for, that dip of the steel to the zero, where the orange then falls below. That's your Q, and sure enough, that baby took off. Didn't even produce really any positive extremes until the very end of the run. You had this small DOC spread that took place there on rising gold. I wasn't interested in that so much as the secondary high on lower shakeout. And when the DOC spread came on that one, boom. And that led to nice decay going forward from there. Produced also a dip below the red line down at the bottom on the extreme histogram. And then, sure enough, similar concept, same bounce effect, only this time it was met with the turnaround spike of cyan over green and the orange over steel at the same time. So it's kind of a net wash from that one. It decayed a little bit further before producing. Same dip, and the orange with the crossover, and boom, that led to the most substantial rally. But that one began to create all sorts of new positive extremes straight 714. And as we rose up, first indication came with this deep cross of the steel. It's one of those where you're rising shakeout that I'm usually a little bit more cautious and willing to wait on those. And then sure enough, the secondary one, which was right over here, came back, filled the 714, and then we just kind of muddled around in that range. And then as soon as the bell rang, took a dip below, and then boom, they shot it up and dropped it all the way back. So little shenanigans of clearing stops. So you took out high stops for shorts, and you took out low stops for longs within that setup, and then they recycle from there. They do a beautiful job at just hunting how much supply is available versus not, and then just using the huge reduction in the number of contracts. I mean, you go from several hundred at the bid and ask all the way through down to low teens. So it's very easy to make that kind of small manipulation. Of course, you get too far out of whack, and then some larger fish get interested, and that's when it starts to get like this did, where it gets all funky back and forth. But once your day pre-market, right here around that 8:30, it usually gets pretty consistent because you get a much stronger flow at that particular time. As always, though, interesting stuff. Trade well, and we will certainly put up anything on the Skype chat just like we did today. Have a good one.